Okay, we're here at, how is it pronounced?
Majella audio.
Majella.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going for Majella.
That's also fine if you feel better about that.
Where are you
totally
from?
good. We're from the Netherlands, from Utrecht.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And you did this like 5 years ago.
Yeah, more or less.
And now it shrank.
It shrank. we put it in a washing machine. It was too hot, and then this came out.
Yeah, I know. Happened to me all the time.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I wish I did. I don't have any desktop space. What does it do? This basically over here is like an overpowered 303.
Very overpowered 303.
Yeah, I need it.
The Implexus was always sort of a big 2 oscillator wave folding affair with lots of modulation and that sort of stuff. And we thought, well, we always wanted to make a smaller version that's a bit more accessible, and at the same time that gave a good opportunity to spread out the functions a bit and to sort of diverge into a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe you can just showcase it and demo it, and then talk me through what's new and what's different to the Implexus.
Well, for starters, what's the same is the whole oscillator affair. So we still have a wave folding oscillator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that.
With our harmonics section, which is hot rodded a bit for this. So you can make all these sort of sci-fi sounds.
That's pretty much the same as the Implexus.
That's pretty much the same, yes. There's the same LFO we ported from the Implexus to here. But
can you show me the LFO?
Yeah, the LFO is a clock syncable LFO with a few divisions, and it has a few pre-routed destinations like the folder or the harmonics.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, but we thought, well, if we're going to do a different design, then we can bring some different stuff to the table as well. So we added a pretty flexible sequencer, and we shrank the envelopes a bit to be a bit more tailored to percussive duties. And the idea being that it's one row of knobs, so the knobs are always visible, but there's 2 rows of triggers, 2 trigger lanes, which we can freely patch. And the most logical thing to do is to patch the first row to the first envelope and the second row to the second envelope.
But these are 2 rows. Then it's basically a 16-step sequencer,
it's an 8-step sequencer with 2 rows.
Ah,
so,
okay.
So if we run it, this is the first row for the first envelope, which I patched.
Yeah.
And this is the second row for the second envelope.
Ah, okay.
So and of course I can also make it shorter or modulate the length as well. So we can also be creative with how the sequencer behaves.
But still, that's the perfect length for acid.
Acid plus, I might say, because there's a few goodies. For instance, and this is probably an interesting feature, because we added a noise source in conjunction with the oscillator. You can blend between the oscillator and noise, which sounds very rough through a wave folder.
Yeah. Speaking of which, does this also have distortion?
Well, wave folding is a type of distortion by itself. So rough sound-wise, you're good to go. So adding even more distortion, of course you can add a distortion box later. Throw in your metal zone if you have one. But the thing about the blend being 2 things. One is you can modulate it. So for instance, the second envelope generator. But as an added bonus, we can also throw in external signal instead of the noise. So you can throw in any oscillator from the Implexus, for instance, and throw it in there. Maybe we can do that quickly. Can you patch it to the basic oscillator of this one? It could be cool. So, for instance, we can throw in another oscillator. So the basic oscillator from the Implexus, for instance.
that's the ping ping there. And are these synced now? Where does it get the clock from?
This now it's running on its internal clock. Once it gets a clock signal or a MIDI clock, this will become a divide button, so you can always run the sequencer at the division of the main clock. You can also advance the sequencer manually, so if you just send it a trigger, it will just advance a step, which is nice, for instance, to pair with a drum machine that sends a trigger out and you make an irregular pattern.
Is this only CV, or can I advance it also with MIDI CC?
No, just analog advance or a MIDI clock.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a run input though. So
I looked at the manual of the Implexus, and it feels like it can do everything on the planet via MIDI.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, our thing is mostly that it's always one knob per function. It's very sort of easy to sort of oversee what's happening. And with the Implexus, that's really a one knob per one function per knob affair. And the switching of rows is actually the furthest we wanted to go as for things you can't see but are still happening. And for the rest, it's just what you see is what you get.
Yeah, so this just has the LFO. What is this? EQ?
2 AR envelopes.
Ah, okay, just filters. Does it have any effects like the Implexus?
No. This is
okay,
just,
so that's the difference.
Yeah.
That one, it's a beefed up 303, which does everything, including effects. And this is, well, what is this meant for then? More for live set?
Well, actually, it's interesting that you pinpoint the Implexus as a sort of 303 because I mostly don't use it that way. Because it can do very big leads and also very sort of beautiful stuff with the delay.
Yeah,
so
it's fat.
Yeah, so you can do all kinds of stuff with the Implexus, especially with all the dual LFOs and looping envelopes. This is actually much closer to that idea. This is much more of a percussive machine, and they're both very much tailor-made for live. I use the Implexus live all the time.
But do you use this with Eurorack then? Or?
Well, I don't use this as of yet because this is
because you finished it 2 days ago.
Exactly. Yes. So we're very happy it still works. Yeah. So this is as of now the only prototype, but we're moving to production later this year. So it's probably we're very close to finished product now.
Okay. Yeah. Can I pre-order it, or do you have it on Kickstarter, or do you have any price point planned yet?
We'll probably open orders when we've got any sort of idea when we're going to be able to deliver it. We're hoping Q4 of this year, but it's always a bit tricky to actually promise that sort of stuff because you never know how parts and manufacturers are going to. If
I want this for Christmas. Get going.
That would be great. Yeah, put a nice little hat on top of it. Yeah. So we're hoping Q4, and price-wise, it's somewhere between the 600 and 700 euro mark.
Yeah,
so
but that's 1K less than the big one.
Yes. Yeah. So pretty much accessible, and yeah. So that's.
I should get 2 then.
Yeah.
For stereo.
4. Yeah. I'll cascade them together and make this big orchestra of mini synths. Yeah. It's but that's so that's where we are, and it is. We're very happy with the design, and also sort of we think it's also nice that it brings something new to the table to the Implexus as well, because the Implexus doesn't have a sequencer and a noise source, and is of course patchable, but the Implexus is more of a knob interface and much less of a patch interface because the patch bay is on the back, and it's sort of a way to
but
expand.
It's still got everything that's vital. Oops.
Oh.
I really like the LEDs there. The build quality is incredible. So yeah, it's got pretty much everything the big one does.
Build quality is always a big issue for us. I come really from a live playing background, and I just want to be able to really grab stuff and be sort of wild with it and in a moment with it. So
and he already told me you never had any returns in 5 years.
Just one.
Oh,
and that was mine. So I broke a switch after some really violent switching. So
they're monkey-proof. We have every.
Yeah, if a synth is me-proof, then we're good. So build quality was always a big thing for us. So always metal casing and pots bolted to the panel, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.